fourthly, with the mind of loving kindness, motivated by love. And lastly, it is timely. Why timely? Because sometimes, like when you want to give advice to somebody, if he's in a bad mood, don't give him advice, he's going to explode already. Wait until it's cooled down, and you advise him. So, we now come to the fourth factor, is right action. When you have right thoughts, then it gives you right speech as well as right action, because your actions are also based on your thinking. There are three factors here also. To abstain from killing. The second is to abstain from taking what is not given to you, stealing basically. And the third is to abstain from sexual misconduct, adultery. So these are three bodily evil karmas. You abstain from killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. So that will bring you to the fifth, which is right livelihood. Right livelihood is to earn your livelihood in a way that does not harm others, does not injure others. And if you have right speech and right action, you don't harm others. So right livelihood is, there are no precepts in right livelihood. It is actually covered by right speech and right actions. But the Buddha mentioned 5 types of trade that a lay person should not engage in. One is to trade in human beings, slavery. Although slavery now is uncommon, you still have, sometimes they catch young girls, they catch children. So sometimes they catch anybody to kill and steal their organs. And then the second one is not to breed animals to sell for slaughter. And then the third is not to trade in weapons, because weapons kill, guns and all that. The fourth is not to trade in intoxicants, liquor, drugs, etc., because it harms a lot of people. And the fifth is not to trade in poisons, like insecticides, herbicides and all that, which can kill a lot of life. So the Buddha said wealth should be earned by legal means, without force or coercion, honestly, and without causing harm to other beings. So this right livelihood. So that brings us to the sixth factor, which is right effort. Here we begin the cultivation of the mind. Right effort is to make effort to observe your mind, and whatever unwholesome states arise, you try to get rid of it, and to cultivate wholesome states. What are unwholesome states? Unwholesome states of mind are associated with greed, hatred, and delusion. For example, craving, attachment, ill will or anger, shamelessness, conceit, aversion, jealousy, stinginess, restlessness, laziness, etc. And then wholesome thoughts, wholesome states of mind associated with non-attachment, moral shame, mindfulness, loving kindness, tranquility, etc. So, in this right effort, the Buddha said, when evil thoughts have arisen, you immediately discard it, try to get rid of it, and also to prevent the arising of unarisen evil thoughts. And thirdly, to develop unarisen good thoughts, wholesome states of mind. And if wholesome states of mind have arisen, then to promote it, to prolong it, to develop it. So that is right effort. This right effort means that we have to constantly look into our mind. A lot of people, if you don't know the Dhamma, you don't know how to look into your own mind. Very often we find some of our friends have certain bad qualities, certain defects in their character. And sometimes when you try to advise that person to change because he has certain what we call maoping or bad, that person gets very angry. Why? This happens very often. Why? Because he does not see that defect in his own character. He does not admit, and also because he does not see. Why does he not see? Because he does not look inwards. A lot of people are like that. We always look at other people's fault. Very good at pointing out other people's fault, but we never see our own fault. So the spiritual path is not to look outwards, to look inwards, and develop yourself. So when you practice right effort, you start to look at your own faults and change. This is what the spiritual path is all about, to change your character. A lot of us now, we want to go to heaven, but some people, they have this delusion, they think by chanting the Buddha's name they can go to heaven. Not that way. The Buddha says, if you want to go to heaven, you have to change your character. You want to become a deva, right now you've got to have the character of a deva. You want to become a devi, right now you have to be like a devi. And then it's guaranteed that when you close your eyes, you'll be born as a deva or devi. If at present you're acting like what you call gu khe, ngao ching, like an animal, you may delude yourself that you are on your way to heaven, and the moment you close your eyes, you're born as an animal, because that is your nature. So we change our character until we become like a deva or devi. And right now we already have become a deva and devi, so you're guaranteed that when you close your eyes, you will become a deva or devi. And then that leads us to the seventh factor, right recollection. Sometimes this word, sati, is translated as right mindfulness. But however, this word sati means to direct your mindfulness only to four things. These four things are your body, your feelings, your mind, and Dhamma. Dhamma refers to the Buddha's teachings, the suttas. So it is not general mindfulness, it is a specific mindfulness directed only to these four things. Must remember that. A lot of people, when they see the word mindfulness, they think, when I walk I have to be mindful, when I eat I have to be mindful. All that. When I see something I have to be mindful. When I hear a sound I note. That is not the Buddha's teaching. The Buddha's teachings is mindfulness directed only to four things, or specifically to four things. That's why a more proper translation is right recollection, directed only to these four things, recalling only these four things. That's why it's called right recollection. There is another Pali word that is used for general mindfulness. And that Pali word is sampajanya. And the Buddha says that when we practice meditation, when we practice the spiritual path, we have to practice sati, sampajanya. These two words are separate, Sampajanya is general mindfulness. If you practice general mindfulness, it helps you to be in the here and now, instead of your mind wandering all over the place. If you are in the here and now, then it's helpful to your practice of sati. Then only you are able to practice sati. So, right recollection is being mindful of the body, means the nature of the body. There are several methods that Buddha taught. One is 32 parts of the body, When you chant the 30